Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Dinner with the Dilla podcast. I'm your host, Art Dilla. To my right is a good friend. I met him. He was a music producer, creative. He got a lot of hats we're going to talk about. But you probably know him right now today as Dr. Taiwan Williams. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing grand, my brother. Good to be here. Good to be here.
For those, so we met during a different era. And I know there's a lot of times.
Totally different era. Totally different era.
So I want to start from there to kind of, because I think your story is really great, a great story about progression and change. So when I first met you, you were spearheading the currency committee. Y'all was doing music and party promotion.
Yes, sir.
How did that come about?
So we have to go back a little bit further. DJing. My daddy was a DJ. My granddaddy was a DJ. Okay. So the DJing kind of was always in me. Okay. So it started off DJing, and the first part I ever DJed was I DJed my god sister Andromeda's Sweet 16 party at my aunt's house, or my godmother and godfather's house, and it was amazing, and I kind of kept going with it, and then me and LeBrit might as well started DJing together. When he was at Glen Hills, I was at Laney. We do parties and stuff. And then once I graduated high school and went to college, me and Marion kind of got together, and Tony B, and me and Marion were DJing. I was DJing the frat parties, the sorority parties. Me and him were, and Tony was doing promotions, and we linked up, and party promotions just took off. And with the party promotion taking off, kind of in a parallel, we had Currency Committee. So Currency Committee was the party promotion, and we had the recording studio, the record label, all kinds of stuff. It was just a lot, so that's kind of how it started and snowballed into the entertainment side of what we had going on at the time.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I think we probably was in the same room but didn't know each other at that point. But a buddy of mine, Marcus, was like, "Hey man, we're gonna go to this Cava party at the Cava house." So I don't know. I think you. So I'm like, Sunset. Yeah. So that's the funny part. So we in the car riding. So we go down 15th Street, make that right, and I'm like, "Bro, where we going?" I said, "Bro, we in the project. What are you talking? Because he's not from here."
Yeah.
He told me, "Man, I'm telling you." And we got down there, man, and went in there. Like, I always liken that to the scene from House Party.
Oh,
the whole room was partying.
Yes.
Like, everybody was dancing.
Jamming.
Nobody was looking around or nothing.
No.
Man, we went there. He brought me there that one time. I said, "Man, we got to go back there every time, bro." Then I remember that to, is that what, Steel Caribbean on Dean's
Steel Caribbean.
Yep. The flow used to be shaking.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was like, again, these moments, people, we know. But these stories are not told. People like, that happened in Augusta? Yeah, it happened in Augusta, bro.
That was a grand time. And I was talking to my wife earlier, and she was like, "What are y'all going to talk about?" I was like, "I don't know. It's a lot of stuff and a lot of stories that people don't know that, we grew up in and were a part of. That were like iconic eras in Augusta, that people would, dang, that happened. Yeah, it was a much different vibe.
Yeah.
We didn't have to worry about shooting. I mean, you may have a fight or two.
Yeah, you're going to have a fight or two.
When you went out, then we partied.
Yeah.
Like, we partied.
Yeah.
It was dancing. It was networking. It was just a grand time. It was a different era.
We was definitely going to have a good time. So, tell me something that you learned from back then that you brought to your life now.
With me being a business owner now, I think the most important thing that I learned then was to always treat people right.
Yeah.
When you are in the service industry or any industry where you are bringing others into your arena, like we were promoting parties. So we had to make sure that we put on the best performance at every party. And that's what I bring into my life now. If I'm at my office, I'm going to bring the best of me every time I step in there. Because, they're paying their money. They're coming for a show. It's like, I want to make this a memorable moment. And that's what we did. Every weekend we were somewhere just making people want to have a good time. And that might be the best thing that I brought out of that, considering what I do now.
Because y'all, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all were doing the soundtrack before it became the soundtrack.
Yeah, so let me tell you how that started. A lot of people, this that soundtrack era. So we all know the soundtrack was a long time ago. Supper Club, Mr. Frank owned it.
Mm-hmm.
So one night, I think it was a few of the Kappas when we were in school. They had a party down there,
mm-hmm.
and the DJ just wasn't it.
Okay.
So one of the Kappas, Ricardo, there was a couple others. They said, "Man, Ty, go get your equipment, man. Go get your equipment." We had to leave the party, go get our equipment, set up in the middle of the party, and took it to another level. And from that point on, we was like, shoot, Mr. Frank letting people rent the soundtrack out.
Mm-hmm.
And me, Tony, and Marion, Currency Committee, Tony B, we had a pajama Jimmy Jam.
Okay.
And when I tell you, about 1,000 people in there just jamming, and that's like, that was that original era of, the younger crowd at the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And, people might not know that, but yeah, this was before Pimpzilla, the era,
Tank and Rufus.
The Walker Boys era, before Tank and Rufus era, before all of that, you know. But we kind of opened up the door for that, and they just took it to another level.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely went all the way up. So how did you pivot from that creative space, that service space, into a dentist, which I know you was going to school for?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, some people play different positions when they get in the medical field, but I think you kind of went like full-fledged. So how did that happen?
So it was when I was in college, it was always dental school. That was always the end goal.
Okay.
But I always loved music. I love entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So that was originally the first passion. Like if we would have took off somehow in music, it wouldn't be Dr. Such and such.
Okay.
But we had a team.
Mm-hmm.
So it was easy. They knew my goals. So if we went in the studio late, Ty, I know you got to do this. I know you got to do that. Like they genuinely had my back, knowing what the end game was.
Okay.
And so school was easy to me. Like it was a lot of work, but it wasn't hard. So I could DJ on a Friday, Saturday, be in class on Monday, boom, 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 and everything was good. So, but going to dental school was always a priority. So, I just happened to have a lot of fun in the road to getting where I am now.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's how that transpired.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about your journey. I got a sibling who's in the medical field, so I got somewhat of an idea, but it might be a little different because you had to do apprenticeship and other things too before you got to where you at now.
Yeah, so when I was in dental school, so you have to do shadowing hours or whatever, and that's just to ensure that, hey, this is something that I really want to do. And one of my mentors, and I love him to death to this day. He passed away when I was in dental school. Dr. Walker, Willis James Walker, Jr. He allowed me to work in his office. I shadowed, and I worked at Dillard's for some time, and then I left Dillard's and started working in his office. So I worked in his office while I got out of class. I go over there and work. During the summers, I would work with him. And he kind of gave me that guidance and that insight and say, okay, is this really what you want to do? Let me show you the ropes. Let me help you get in school and this, that, and the third. So once, I started working with him, and I met another good doctor friend of mine, Dr. Antoine Treadway. He's in Atlanta now. He's an oral surgeon. Both of them kind of guided me and gave me the game and the steps that I needed to get to where I wanted to be. And I just took that guidance and ran with it.
Okay. So now you are the owner of One Smile Away.
One Smile Away, yes.
So
yes.
How did that name? How did you build that? Because I don't know. I guess sometimes you see business owners start out small, but to me it was almost like you had. Forgive me if I'm wrong. It always seemed like a smooth transition.
Well, let me tell you. So another one of my mentors, Dr. Varnell Gaines, legend in the city, been practicing now. He got to be about 45, 50 years in the game. His son is a dentist also, Dr. Jordan Gaines. They work together. We went to school together. So one day Jordan came to me and he said, my daddy wants to talk to you. I said, cool. I planned on staying here. I was looking for a job. And Dr. Gaines, he brought me in. He mentored me. He taught me a lot of business, taught me how to work hard, taught me the ethics of being a good healthcare professional and understanding that, you got to create your own lane. And I worked with him for 5 years. He taught me a whole lot. And then I ended up getting the opportunity to open up my own practice, I opened up my own practice, and that was in 2013, and now here we are in 2026. So 13 years later, you know, this is where we are, and we started off a little smaller, then expanded, and now we kind of need a bigger space. But you know, that's neither here nor there. You know, that's something in the future. But you know, it's just been going good, and I can't say it's been perfect. It's been some hiccups, but with a good team, we got an outstanding team. And I applaud them, you know, to the umpteenth degree. Because without them, without the help of my wife, you know, and my family, I wouldn't be here. But aside from God, you know, that's first. But you know, it might seem easy from the outside, but you know, it was a lot of hard work.
I just say smooth.
It was smooth. Yeah, it was smooth. It was smooth. I can say that.
Was that the property you at now? Is that the first building?
Yeah, that's where we've been the whole time.
Okay,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you in a nice prime location. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's why I say. And that's what a lot of people be like. You know, you want to move and build some. I said, if I move, I'm gonna have to stay in this area because it's the perfect location. It's on that border of Grovetown and Augusta. You know, you can access it from I-20. You can just jump off the highway. It just works out good.
Yeah. What does running your own practice teach you about leadership? Because you was a leader in a lot of these spaces we talking about.
I think running my own practice, it in leadership, it's about respect and treating people right. Yeah. You know, you could do a million things right for somebody, but the minute that you do one thing wrong, they forget all the good that you do. And one thing I try to do every day in business is respect everybody, especially my staff or my team. Just show them like, hey, you are value, an asset to this company. And they all understand that our patients, I love my patients. I think every patient that has ever gave us the opportunity to treat them, they understand that we got to treat these people with respect. Yeah. You know, and I treat them with respect. Yeah. And it's just all reciprocated. The energy is reciprocated. So, you know, just respect and loyalty, great customer service, and understanding that, you know, we are all in this together, and that we just gotta, you know, appreciate one another.
Yeah. So how do you deal with? Because I know you probably still got it in you. I ain't gonna say you want to do it, but your passion for like the music and stuff. Like now that you're in this space, you know, as a dentist and a business owner, I know those feelings don't go away. Not saying that, you know what I'm saying? Never. Like, has it ever been like a conversation, man? Maybe I should mentor or manage or help, or is that just something you just kind of? Because I'm gonna tell you the other thing that stood out. When I was still active in music, which still to a certain degree I still am, but when I was really heavy with that, I would always you always hit me, and I'd be like, it'd be surprised because we don't get a chance to talk like that. But it's like people are paying attention, and you always paid attention what's going on. Yeah. So
no, you know the thing is, I love music. Like, so if I hear something good, especially from somebody from my era or my area, I'm gonna say, hey, look, bro, I might not be active posting your stuff. Yeah. But I'm a buy it, I'm a support it, I'm gonna do that. But don't get it twisted now. I got a setup at the crib. So I don't have a DJ setup. And the reason why I don't have that passion for DJing anymore, because people don't dance anymore. Like in our era, people dance. Like you came out the club, I don't care what age you were. Like we danced. And so when DJs now, it's just no dancing. It's all sections and bottles. Yeah. But producing and recording, I got a whole setup at the house. I go up there some weekends and just make 3 or 4 beats. But if I had if time permitted and I had an artist or one of my sons say, "Hey, Dad, this is what I want to do," it's right there for him. Okay. Yeah, it's still there. It ain't. You never lose it. Like
no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. But again, you like I said, you got a full-time business, family, you know what I'm saying, as well as you're a part of organizations and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and that's what people don't understand. That'd be the hard part when you start to mature, and I'm dealing with the same thing, like events just dominates my life when it comes to just everyday living, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand, you know what I'm saying, when you got a lot going on, how do you fit that in? But the fact that you still got that passion, that's dope. So, like, what you've always been mature. Like, that's one thing, and to be honest with you, I ain't even gonna talk about it right now. I think maybe 1 or 2 times I've ever heard of you, like, angry. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like you meet a person, they always cool all the time, always good spirit. So, like, where did that come from? Or that's just you?
Head or being
just mature? Because even when we back then when we were younger, bro,
you know the thing, bro. Let me tell this story. A lot of people might not know this. My mama had me when she was 14. Mm-hmm. My daddy was 16. Okay, I went to Laney.
Yeah.
So when I went to Tubman. So when you go to certain high schools, you got to come in there dressed a certain way. Mm-hmm. And this may be where this maturity came from. So when I was 14, my mama couldn't buy this, couldn't buy that. She did as much as she could. My daddy did as much as they could. But I wanted my own stuff, so I got a job. Gotcha. So I was always working. Okay. So and hey, I got to get it. I got to be responsible for myself. I got to take the load off my mama. I got a loving family, loving aunties, everybody who supported me. But at the end of the day, I just wanted it myself. Okay. In the summertime, I was working 2 jobs,
Okay.
At 15, 16 years old. So
what was the first job?
I was a teen advocate at the Richmond County Health Department. We had a teen advocacy program called Tribe, Teens Relating Information by Educating. Mm-hmm. And we would go out in the community and speak to teenagers, go to high schools, middle schools, this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. And we, it was a great little starter job. And then I left, I was there and at Bilo at the same time. So, and this was all through high school. So it was always work. It was school, work. So, and then we got younger brothers. I'm the oldest. Okay. So I had to be the leader.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, no, my first job was Burger King.
Well, you got to get it.
But it was like I was 16 at that point.
Yeah.
But no, I always wanted that. Like I said, certain people you meet and you know what I mean, like when you engage with them over years and time, you're like, always a cool person. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder where they come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And another thing about that, always a cool person, because and this is a term that was always used by Tez Walker.
Yeah,
Tez always uses term face card.
Yeah,
and I always wanted my face card to be good.
Yeah,
Tez, shout out to Tez.
Shout out to Tez. I got to talk to Tez
all
too.
The Walker boys. Shout out to Calvin, Trey, all of them. I got to
talk. I just bumped into Calvin CVS a few weeks back.
Yeah. So I always wanted my face card to be good. I was always the cool guy. Mm-hmm. Like that's just what it was. I just like to keep it easy. I like to keep peace between everybody.
Yeah. So, what's some advice you give to somebody who torn between their passions?
Do what you love. Don't try to do something just because somebody else asking you to do it, just because it looks good. Do your research. Do what you love. It like with me, what I do, it's not work. It's not work. I love doing it.
Yeah.
And the people around me know, okay, this is what he loves doing. Mm-hmm. So it's easy. Even when it's hard, it's easy. Okay, we'll get through this. But do what you love. If it's your passion, because money is not everything. That's one thing I can tell you. You can make all the money in the world and still be unhappy. Yeah. Do what you love. If that's what makes you happy, if that's what keeps your spirits high, do that. Go in that direction.
Yeah, I agree. What's the impact you want to leave on the community with your business and with your experience?
The biggest impact I want to leave is that I want everybody to know that it's people that helped everybody. Yeah. I think I as I look back, especially on the people that helped me, it's so many. Mm-hmm. I've had mentors, family members, always reach back.
Yeah.
Because without the people that help you get there, you may not be there. A lot of people will get to a certain point in life and be like, I did that all on my own. No. Nobody. No, you didn't. I don't know anybody. Mm-mm. And I'm not speaking on the grace of God. I'm talking about physical people here who help you get to where you are.
Yeah.
As a leader in your community, always give back. Me and my wife, we give a scholarship. I give a scholarship in Dr. Gaines' name. I give a scholarship in Dr. Walker's name. I just try to give back to these kids who may be less fortunate, who just need money for college. If I get a letter from a church, an organization that I think is doing good in the community, I'll make sure I send a donation. If somebody wants me to come speak, I just try to do as much as I can with the time that I'm permitted to do. And I think that's a reward to anybody that's successful.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta you gotta give back.
Yeah.
You know, that's how the youth other people will, accomplish the goals that they choose to accomplish.
I got you. What's on what's on your music rotation right now?
Let's see. I've been listening to some Akeem Ali.
Okay. He kind of threw me off, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I listen to like some of his, not so much. I like his lyricism.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's how I first. So I first heard him on the song with Don Tripp.
Yeah.
So then Crit had his show around Christmas time, and he opened up. But it was like he was almost like he wasn't rapping over his original music. He would play that, but a lot of it would be like soul samples or either soul songs.
Okay.
And then he had like the dancers, and it was just kind of like, I'm gonna tell you what it kind of reminded me of, and I'm not trying to do comparisons. I think it reminded me of how people felt about Andre when Andre would start pushing the envelope back.
Okay.
Because he had like the tight pants, the tight jeans, and the boat. Like but he can rap though. Like he can
rap.
Oh yeah, he can definitely go.
That's the thing. Like he can go. Like
yeah.
And he'll put up a Instagram clip or something like he can go.
Yeah.
So you got that. I still rock with the old Sci-Hi because I'm still waiting on some new stuff to drop.
He just dropped a new song too.
I know, but I need an album.
Yeah.
We got the appetizer.
Yeah.
The Sci-Hi, I understand it's contractual things.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sci-Hi, and I still rock with all the old Good and Mob, Outkast. I kind of dip back in our era.
Yeah.
So it's it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of music. It's a lot in the rotation. But not one set artist.
Yeah, no. For me lately, I don't know what it is. It's almost like I went and looked up on Tidal. You can look up a song and then it'll map out a playlist for you. Mm-hmm. So I was listening to Shine and Recline with Ball and G.
Oh man.
And then everything just started falling into place.
Man.
And that playlist I done saved for the last 5 days, been riding around to it. Yeah. What's next for you? Anything new? Anything different you looking to step into?
What's next is my wife. Okay. I can't speak on a lot of it right now.
Okay.
But she just finished a pediatric residency. She's a dentist as well. Mm-hmm. She just finished a pediatric residency out in Tucson. She was out there for 2 years, and she held it down. She's back now. Mm-hmm. She's got a position over in Carolina, but she's got a lot in the pipeline.
Okay.
And I'm just, I'm in the background. Things are going good for me, and I'm just supporting her.
Gotcha.
And then I do a lot with my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi. I know you had Radiq on the show, but
no. Radiq was on More Than Master.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Shout out
to More Than Master. I got to go sit with him too. Yeah. But the show was so inspiring. But Radiq is a Q too. That's why I brought that up. But we got a lot with the fraternity. Okay. We got our Mardi Gras coming up April 25th, and we just been promoting that. Okay. A lot of giving back in the community, and just just living life, man. Just trying to raise kids, be a family man. Just trying to be positive.
How that work for you?
Family man?
Yeah.
it's an adventure every day. It's like a reality show. But it's great, man. Kids are entertaining.
Do you see any of you in them?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that little one.
Yeah.
The youngest one, he's me all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's me all day. And my oldest son, he's kind of just laid back.
Gotcha.
But that 8-year-old, he's me all day.
Yeah.
Just inspiring, just smart, outgoing, loud.
Mm-hmm.
But just being a family man. I'm just peaceful.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's good. That's good. Anything you want to leave the people with?
I just want to leave the people with, man, be positive. Be positive. All that negative energy,
Yeah.
just leave that in the past.
Yeah.
Be positive, be great, inspire others.
Yeah.
Give back to the community.
Okay.
And go to Ratchet Bingo, man. Go to Ratchet Bingo, man. I told him. Dorian was sitting in my chair. I'm gonna tell this story.
Go ahead.
And I know you remember it.
Yeah.
I said, Dorian, boy, you got a gold mine. I said, you got a gold mine. I said, it's about to go crazy. I said, I'm going to tell you the same thing my daddy told me. You ain't got to worry about it taking off. Just pray for strength to be able to hold it together.
Yes, sir.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And look where you at now.
And I still need that strength.
Yeah. Bro, you just got to keep pushing.
Yeah.
But man, I'm inspired by you. I'm inspired by a lot of people. You know, I think I inspired a lot of people. And that's just a legacy I want to leave behind. You know, let's say, you know, I knew him. Mm-hmm. He was an inspiration in my life. You know, and that's it. You know, nothing crazy.
That's real. Nah, I'm trying to keep Ratchet Bingo. We finna get ready to add some more people on the team and try to expand a little bit more.
Man, you're gonna be like Nick Cannon in a minute.
I'm all for it. I ain't mad at it. I'm all for it. For real.
Just minus the kids.
Yeah. No, definitely not that. Yeah. Definitely not that. Well, man, I appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is another episode of Dinner with the Dealer podcast. We out.